Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 261. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning, I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Ink, I-N-K, like the stuff you write with. Each day, I share with you the writing habits I've learned over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who doesn't even really see themselves as a writer into a published author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. Let's face it, characters are the bedrock of your fiction. Plot is just a series of actions that happen in a sequence, and without someone to either perpetrate or suffer the consequences of those actions, you have no one for your reader to root for or wish bad things to happen. Icy Sedgwick. And that last part is or wish bad things on. Sorry about that. So today, let's talk writing fundamentals, and specifically, as you might have guessed, character development. So for all my nonfiction authors, I will see you tomorrow. And for my fiction authors, let's jump right in. Character development, as we just learned in that quote a bit, can make or break the experience of reading your book. And for those of you writing a series of books, it can make or break your reader's entire relationship with you. Your characters need to be strong enough to carry your readers through the entire series, whether that means 3 books, 6, 9, or more. The longer the story, the stronger the characters need to be. Thoroughly developed characters can add depth and intrigue to your story, and in some cases can even inspire your readers to forgive you for minor plot problems. Now, we're not talking get out of jail free card here, but if your characters can walk alone, so to speak, and engage your readers, it gives you some wiggle room in the rest of your writing. And I'm sure there are other book experts and coaches out there who would scream their disagreement with me. So remember, the views and opinions expressed here on your daily writing habit do not represent those of the literary industry as a whole. They're just mine. All right, now. So as I always try to do for you guys, let me see how we can make this information actionable. So I would start, and this is what I do when I develop my characters, start by Googling character development worksheets, and you will find quite a few. You will find worksheets with varying levels of comprehensiveness from one-pagers to multiple page documents where you will really be challenged to get to know your characters on every level. Now, personally, when writing fiction, I like to spend as much time getting to know my characters as possible. It massively helps with dialogue writing, which I know isn't a favorite thing for many authors. And like I said earlier, it really helps solve a lot of the story problems, the plot problems throughout the book, the more I know my characters. Create 3D people so real they could walk in the room. And by the way, that last phrase, so real a character could walk in the room, that comes from a true life story when I was developing characters for my novel, Canyon Road. And one of them, my mom said, wow, Caesar's so real, I feel like he could walk in the room. And he's a really bad guy. So I said, you probably don't want that to happen. So after you've developed your characters the best you can using those worksheets, here's a test I've made up to see how well you did. And the reason behind this exercise is that you, as the creator of your characters, need to know what they would do in virtually every life situation, even those outside the scope of your book. Now, there are 5 types of situations I've come up with to use to test how thoroughly you've developed your characters. And those 5 types of situations are ethics situations, crises, situations where speaking up and communication are vital, everyday stress situations, and the final and 5th type, love and romance ones. Put your characters in these situations, see if you know how they would respond, and if you don't, keep asking questions and peeling the layers of the onion until you do. Now, as a bonus, I've even come up with examples for each of the categories, each of the types of situations that I just listed, but because we're already, let me check. Yeah, I think we're bumping up, running a little long here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post the examples in my Ink Authors group on Facebook. So go ahead and visit Ink, I-N-K, Authors on Facebook. And like I said, I've come up with 5 specific examples of those types of situations that I just listed. So ethics, crises, situations where speaking up and communication are vital, everyday stress situations, and love and romance ones. So I've come up with 5 specific scenarios that you can play with. So bonus exercise for you. Again, that is in Ink Authors on Facebook. I hope you'll come visit me there and let us know what you need to get your book written, and let us know how this exercise worked out for you. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to do the same, please let them know about this show. Thank you, and until tomorrow, happy writing.